I kicked my 16-year-old son out of the house after he said household chores are a woman's job. So I got divorced 2 years ago from my ex-wife Sarah, and it was honestly the best thing that happened to both of us. We got married way too young because our parents forced us when she got pregnant, and we were miserable for years. During our marriage, Sarah did everything around the house while I worked. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I literally had to watch YouTube videos to learn how to do laundry and cook basic meals after we split up. I had no idea how much work went into running a house. My son Jake lives with me during the week because his school is only 5 minutes from my place, and his mom's house is like 2 hours away. A few weeks ago, I was ironing both our clothes and told him I wanted to teach him how to do it. I didn't want him making the same mistake I did, never learning these basic life skills. He immediately said he didn't want to learn. When I told him he'd have to eventually, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "Only failed men do stuff like this, and I won't be one of them." I stopped ironing and stared at him. I asked him to clarify what he meant. That's when he said it was his belief that household chores are a woman's job and that only simps do this kind of work. I felt my blood pressure spike. I asked if he thought I was a simp, and he just shrugged like it was obvious. I told him to choose his next words very carefully, but he doubled down and repeated the same garbage. That's when I snapped. I told him if he really thinks this is women's work, then he needs to go live with a woman. I said, "Pack your bags, you're going to your mom's house because I won't have any of that Andrew Tate nonsense under my roof." He refused to pack, so I started throwing his stuff into a suitcase myself. That's when he realized I was serious and tried to backtrack, but I wasn't hearing it. He must have called his mom while I was packing because she called me asking what was happening. I explained the whole situation, and surprisingly, she was completely on my side. She said drop him off here and she'd help teach him a lesson. For the past 2 weeks, Jake's been living with his mom, and she's been way harder on him than I would have been. She's got him doing every single household chore you can imagine. Plus, he has to wake up at 5 a.m. every day to make that 2-hour commute to school on public transport. He's called me multiple times crying and apologizing, begging to come home. But his mom and I agreed he's staying there until after the holidays. We want him to really understand the consequences of his beliefs. Some of my friends think I was too harsh, that uprooting his whole life over some stupid comments was an overreaction. But I don't care. My son needed to learn that disrespecting women and thinking he's above basic life skills wasn't going to fly. The best part? His mom texted me yesterday saying he's become the most helpful kid she's ever seen. Funny how a 2-hour commute and some real consequences can change someone's attitude real quick.